11, local first.
Kyle Petty and a number of other celebrities made a stop at Mannheim Auto Auction. I'm John Buffone, and tonight I'll tell you why.
Garden Spot Village officials settle a nearly $7 million payout to the family of a woman sexually assaulted here at Maple Farm Retirement Community. I'll have the very latest on the case.
But we begin tonight with a Mannheim woman who is accused of stealing over $6,000 from an elderly woman. Good evening, I'm Taylor Tosheff. 35-year-old Shannon Rainier Brommer of Mannheim is accused of stealing more than $6,000 from a 93-year-old woman. On September 7th, a relative of Rainier Brommer reported that unauthorized transactions were being made on an account belonging to an elderly woman. Rainier Brommer made 51 unauthorized transactions to the woman's bank account to pay for her own insurance, cable, TV, and cell phone bills. Rainier Brommer has been charged with 1 count of access device fraud. A 14-year-old male was taken into custody on May 2nd after allegedly pushing his mother out of a 2-story window at their Denver Borough home on Evergreen Street. East Cocalico police responded to a woman laying on a concrete walkway in front of her house. The woman was transported to the Reading Hospital for injuries. The juvenile was taken into custody for evaluation and treatment. Charges are pending in juvenile court. A New Holland man was picked up this weekend on multiple charges, including an outstanding warrant out of the state of Kentucky. On Saturday, police pulled over a car in the 100 block of West Main Street in New Holland Borough for a suspended registration plate. The driver, 35-year-old James Layson III, was wanted out of Kentucky on drug charges. It was also discovered his license was suspended. Layson was charged with fugitive from justice and driving under suspension. He is in custody awaiting extradition back to Kentucky. Warning to motorists starting today, Harrisburg Pike near the crossings and Longs Park will be reduced to 1 lane during the day. Flaggers will be on scene controlling traffic between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. all week long. Mannheim Township Police say they anticipate this will have a significant impact on travel along that entire corridor and are urging travelers to find other routes and avoid the area if possible. Reports state extensive stormwater drainage work on behalf of the crossings is what's causing the lane closure. Nearly 20,000 vehicles travel that section of Harrisburg Pike daily. The owner of an Akron nursing home is set to pay a multi-million-dollar settlement for a resident who was sexually assaulted while in their care. News 11's Holly Harrer has the full story.
In a civil lawsuit settled at Lancaster County Courthouse, the owner of Maple Farm Retirement Community will pay $6.75 million to the family of an 86-year-old woman with Alzheimer's who was sexually assaulted by 71-year-old Glenn Hershey, also a Maple Farm resident, in January of 2013. After an April court hearing, the jury decided upon a $7 million settlement to award to the victim's family, but Garden Spot Village settled on a $6.75 million payout in conjunction with its insurance carrier. Garden Spot Village spokesperson Scott Miller declined to comment beyond this statement.
Garden Spot Village and Maple Farm, although disappointed with the outcome of the trial, respect the jury's decision. And rather than pursue an appeal, we were able to come to a settlement in conjunction with our insurance carrier for $6.75 million. And we have no further comment at this time.
It was also noted in the suit Hershey was a registered sex offender and was not to come in contact with the woman because of his documented history. The suit also consisted of nursing home negligence in Section B of the civil cover sheet under professional liability to Garden Spot Village. Reporting in Akron, Holly Harrer, News 11.
Hershey was sentenced 8 to 20 years in state prison and is currently behind bars at Laurel Highlands. The victim has since passed away. Well, it was a nice spring day to start off the week. Will the temps stick around? Dave Ellen has our first look at the forecast.
First Look Weather is brought to you by The Wagon at Weaver Markets. Check out weavermarkets.com for this week's menu.
Taylor, not only are we going to hang on to the temperatures, we are going to be hanging on to the sunshine. Plenty of it this week, and there's 2 things you'll need. You'll definitely need the sunblock and tissues. Yes, the pollen forecast is going to be through the roof. I'll have the details coming up in just a few. Taylor.
All right, sounds good. I'll make sure I have both. A caravan of celebrity motorcycle riders made a stop in Mannheim today to meet with fans, and it was all part of a great cause. We now turn to News 11's John Buffone, who joins us live in the studio with more. John?
Taylor, former NASCAR driver Kyle Petty has been leading the charity ride across America for over 2 decades. And on this week-long voyage down the East Coast, they made a pit stop at the Mannheim Auto Auction.
This year we hit the world's largest auto auction in Mannheim, Pennsylvania. That was our big goal this year.
Former NASCAR driver Kyle Petty and over 200 other motorcyclists stopped at the Mannheim Auto Auction Monday as part of the charity ride across America.
For the riders, having experienced the Mannheim hospitality the last couple of years, they were really excited to come and see the granddaddy of them all here in Mannheim, PA.
In its 24th running, this week-long ride covers 1,200 miles to raise funds for Victory Junction, a camp dedicated to providing life-changing experiences for children with chronic illnesses.
All day long yesterday we rode in the rain. It was a miserable day. Not going to pull any punches. It's aggravating and tedious when you ride in the rain. But then you pull into a hotel and you see the campers and you say, okay, that's what this is all about.
Victory Junction has been the primary beneficiary of the ride since 2004, when Petty and his family decided to honor his late son, Adam.
Well, I've been a Petty fan for as long as I've followed NASCAR racing, and to honor Adam and the Petty family with this ride is fantastic, and to get to meet Kyle and the King, just wonderful.
Upon the arrival of the convoy, Petty and a number of other celebrity riders took time to mingle with the fans. Among those celebrity riders, former Heisman Trophy winner Herschel Walker.
It's very exciting. You know, this is my 14th year. When I started, I didn't know what to expect, and I tell you what, now I made a family, plus I'm being able to give back to some great kids. I get to go to camp for free, which means a great deal.
After covering 9 states in 7 days, Petty likened his procession of bikers to a family that gets together every year for a reunion.
They're from all over the United States, and they come together 1 week for this. So it's a close group. It's a very close group, and the stories are great.
Now, the charity ride began in Portland, Maine on Saturday and will cross the finish line this Friday in Greensboro, North Carolina, the site of the Victory Junction camp. Reporting live in studio, I'm John Buffone. Taylor, back to you.
All right, thanks, John. We'll stay tuned in the evening report. More local news is coming up after the break. Tomorrow is the deadline for absentee ballot applications for next week's primary elections. We'll tell you how you make sure your vote is counted. Plus, a new yoga program is helping victims of sexual assault. And later in sports, final day of track and field in the LL League. Brian Cast will tell you which of your local squads are taking home section titles. The May 15th primary election is fast approaching, and so is the deadline for absentee ballot applications. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. is the deadline to apply for an application. That means that mailing in your application isn't an option, but you can still take a more direct approach.
Because there's not time at this point to do it by mail anymore, if someone hasn't applied yet, we would encourage them to come in to our office at 150 North Queen Street, Suite 117, and they can apply for the absentee ballot. We will process their application. We will give them their ballot. They can vote their ballot while they're here.
Upon receiving your ballot, you can turn it in immediately at the elections office or mail it in afterwards. However, all ballots must be turned in by Friday at 5 p.m. A new 12-week group yoga program is helping victims of sexual assault. The YWCA in Lancaster is combining the physical aspect of yoga along with counseling, education, and meditation. For an hour, victims of sexual assault are in a calm and relaxing group setting, which helps to connect the body and brain and emotional experience all together. Victims of sexual assault introduced the Trauma Process Yoga Group program as an addition to counseling.
Knowing that they're not alone, seeing the same faces once a week, every week, to discuss things that are really heavy and big, having that continuity and that comfort level has been really beneficial. Everyone that I've talked to in our group has said that it's a perfect supplement to individual counseling.
Their group is in their 4th session out of a 12-week program. The YWCA plans to start up another session. Mannheim Central High School students are getting a crash course in agriculture. The high school's on-site greenhouse is overflowing with over 4,000 heirloom tomato plants that students of the agricultural education program have been growing for the past few months. Students were responsible for learning about the many different types of tomato plants and how to grow them to perfection. Now that spring has finally arrived, students are selling the tomatoes to people throughout the state.
We get to start them from the seeds and grow them, so people around our community from other states, even some people come to buy our tomatoes. So it's really cool to see of how people trust us of what we're doing here and trust us to eat our food.
This Friday and Saturday, the tomatoes will be sold at Landis Valley Herb and Garden Fair from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Before you head out to your mailbox this Saturday, make sure to bring a bag of non-perishable food with you. The Lidditz Warwick Community Chest and the Lidditz Post Office are encouraging everyone to participate in the Stamping Out Hunger food drive. On Saturday morning, residents can place a bag of non-perishable food items next to their mailbox, and a mail carrier will collect the donations and deliver them to a local food bank.
It goes up and down a little bit, but we receive about 10,000 pounds for the Postal Service drive, and it is one of our two major food drives, and is vitally important for our service to the community.
The Lidditz Post Office, located on 74 East Main Street, will also have a collection area for residents to leave donated food items for the drive. Well, Dave Allen will be back after the break with his complete weather forecast, plus how you can score some merchandise for the Lidditz 4th of July. But first, here's tonight's winning lottery numbers.
News 11 weather, local first.
It was a beautiful night out there across Lancaster County, beautiful sunset. Let's check out where the weather shot was tonight. Yes, the farmers are getting their crops in order here. Finally, some normalcy with the temperatures. We were swinging like a pendulum. We had some extreme cold and then we had some extreme warmth. Now we are looking at perfect conditions for this time of year across the county and the state of Pennsylvania, and we have some spectacular weather coming our way. Now, this is the time of year where you can get a serious sunburn, so make sure you wear your sunscreen. Let's check out our national temperatures here and see what's going on. The sun is setting across the eastern seaboard here with temperatures still in the 70s, but as we head further to the west, we are still seeing some sunshine right now across the area. Now, current conditions in downtown Ephrata, some clouds out there, 64 degrees, winds north at 3 miles per hour, humidity 69%. Across the area, we are down into the 60s locally with getting down into the upper 50s, then into the low 50s as we head through the overnight hours. Now, the clouds that were moving through from northwest to southeast are starting to scatter out, break apart here. We did have a few showers out and about, but we're not going to be seeing any of that tonight. In fact, we have some sunshine to talk about tomorrow. Now, we do have the possibility of some patchy fog early in the morning, but that's about it. And we'll be seeing that sunshine. We do have some showers going on across parts of West Virginia and Virginia right now, but high pressure is going to be dominating for now. But we are watching some thunderstorms perhaps Thursday into Friday. But other than that, we are looking at some great weather. Now, that low pressure that was supposed to be affecting us is going to be staying a little bit further south and out to sea. It's not going to be a big game changer with our weather this week. So wait till you see the 7-day. Our daily planner for downtown Lidditz, we're looking at some clouds in the morning, but sunshine is going to be the word of the day tomorrow with temperatures in the low 70s with an northeast breeze and temperatures getting down into the 50s at night. Perfect conditions to just open up your windows both day and night. That's unless, of course, you have allergy issues, and that's going to be a problem as we head through the week. This jet stream is going to be lifting northward, bringing us some warmer air coming into the area, plenty of sunshine. Everything is blooming all at once, and it's not a good thing if you're an allergy sufferer. So I have a feeling by Friday, you're definitely going to be seeing it with me by the end of the week. Now let's look at our extended forecast. Ephrata, for looking at temperatures climbing up into the upper 80s by midweek. By Thursday, we are looking at some clouds, maybe a thunderstorm. It is possible. And once we get into the weekend, look at this. We're looking at temperatures skyrocketing. Friday looks to be pleasant, cool, and once we get into the weekend, some sunshine, some clouds with temperatures climbing up into the upper 80s and starting the work week off on more of a summer-like note again, but not too bad of a forecast. Beautiful conditions, very spring-like, very May-like. Taylor.
All right, it's looking good. Well, today we announced the winner in our Mother's Day contest. Congratulations to Rebecca Martin of Ephrata. You've won $50 in chocolate from Intermezzo by Stephanie in Ephrata. Congratulations and enjoy. If you didn't win this contest, don't worry, we kick off another giveaway today. We have tickets to EPAC's Got Talent. We are giving away one family 4-pack of tickets to the show on Saturday, May 19th at 7:30. To register to win, log on to our website, brctv11.com, and click on the EPAC banner. Remember, one entry per email address. Tickets are provided by the Ephrata Performing Arts Center in partnership with Blue Ridge Communications. Winners will be announced on Monday, May 14th during our 5 o'clock and 10 o'clock newscasts. Well, lots to win, I guess.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
I can't enter, so.
And you guys are talking track and field today.
We are, Taylor. Final meets of the season. Lots to talk about. Ephrata girls track, a chance to win back-to-back Section 2 titles. So all those results, plus a lot more, are next. Huge games on the baseball diamond as well, including Section 3's first and second place teams going at it. Manheim Central versus Cocalico. So stay tuned. Sports is straight ahead. We'll kick things off with LL Track and Field, a battle of unbeaten girls teams in Section 2 today. Ephrata at Elizabethtown. The winner takes home Section 2. If the Lady Mounts were to accomplish that once again, it would be back-to-back titles and 6 of the last 7. But it would come down to the wire today. We start with the track event. Sydney Morgan battling injury to compete today. Another senior leader, Jenny Young, wins the 100-meter dash. Madison Martin, a sophomore, comes home in second place. They're off to a great start. Sydney running the 800 today. She finishes as runner-up to Katie Locker from E-Town. She's one of the best runners in all the LL. One of the craziest races of the day, the 3200. Freshman Alyssa Fedorchak passes 2 E-Town runners in the final 200 meters. What a kick. She wins the race. She gave it everything she had. Should be just fine, don't worry. But it all comes down to the pole vault in the end. Ephrata's Sarah McGivern seals it. The Lady Mounts, yes, win back-to-back Section 2 titles, an 80-70 win, but everybody still buzzing about Fedorchak's win.
It was inspiring to see Shaq run the last 200 meters of that race, and just to see everybody cheer for her and everybody kind of come together for like a final rally of our season. We have each other's backs, and we believe in each other, and that even if it's not your best day, like, we're not going to be disappointed in you. Like, we believe in you.
She found something there with 250, 300 meters to go, and you know, those Fedorchaks, they're tough. None of this would happen if you didn't have athletes. And I got a great bunch of athletes. You know, we counted this year on an awful lot of freshmen from the very beginning.
More results from the track. Warwick girls are Section 1 champions after a 99-50 win over Cedar Crest. They finish an undefeated season. And it's the same story with the Cocalico boys. They claim the Section 2 crown with a 98-51 victory over Lebanon. It is the boys' first section title since 2009. Lots more track on tap later this week. The LL League Track and Field Championships are this Friday and Saturday. But the high school baseball now in the LL's Section 3. Manheim Central Barons 2 games up on Cocalico in the standings heading into their matchup. But mathematically, Cocalico is still alive in the section title race. The first things first, though, they would have to beat the Barons. It's something the Eagles have already done. 6-3 winners back on April 11th. And whenever it is, they've just had some success against Central this spring. Tyler Simon pitch here. Nick Lucky connects, gives it a ride deep to right. Does clear the fence there. Round tripper with Seamus Finnegan on base. So Cocalico's out to a quick 2-0 lead in the first. Simon settles in, getting some help from his defense. David Cruz at third, bare hands it across the diamond for the out at first. That's the web gem of the night. Barons keeping the game close, but on the mound for Cocalico, Kyle Rhodes, he was dealing. Gets out of danger in the second with a Baron on third base, ends the frame. Rhodes only gives up 2 hits on the day, and Lucky strikes again in the fifth. Singles to right, knocks in Gavin's Wally, made it 4-0. And that's your final score. Cocalico wins. Manheim Central can still clinch the Section 3 title with a win tomorrow against Lancaster Mennonite, but a loss and things will get very interesting. Other baseball scores of note tonight. Warwick Warriors trying to lock up an LL League playoff berth and also challenge Cedar Crest for the Section 1 title, but they drop an important game to J.P. McCaskey, 5-3. Warriors play Cedar Crest on Tuesday. Ephrata Mounts already locked up their Section 2 title, hosting Donegal in their final league game. Ephrata wins a narrow game, 2-1. They record their 10th win in a row. On the softball, our game of the night on BRC 11, Cocalico versus Manheim Central. Lady Barons getting on the board right away. Top of the first, Reagan Rohr slicing it to left. Gonna drop in. Cody Bollinger scores to make it 1-0. Central now up 3-0 in the third. Look at this. Pitch gets away from Cocalico's Kylie Armstrong, but Jordan Leisure gets it back to her. She absorbs that tackle at home plate, holds onto the ball, and he ends the inning. No more damage done. But in the fourth, Lady Barons resume their scoring ways. Taylor Lawver, base knock, make it a 4-run lead. And Lady Barons also some clutch plays in the field as well. Lily Wagner, right fielder, makes this grab just in front of the fence. Gets a big hug from Maddie Barbush after that one. Central goes on to win the game 7-0. One other softball score, the marquee game of the night, LL playoff spot on the line. Winner takes all in Section 2. It's Garden Spot, a huge 7-4 win over Elizabethtown. The Spot's Megan Fisher socking a 3-run walk-off homer. Talk about drama. Fantastic way to end the regular season for the Spartans. They are second place behind Solanco in Section 2 into the LL brackets. We'll have all those sites and times when they are released later this week. But for now, that will do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Celebrate the 201st Lidditz 4th of July in style. Merchandise with the official logo of this year's 4th of July celebration is available for all those looking to be dressed in red, white, and blue. Browse from hats, bags, phone cases, and t-shirts with this year's designs. Visit tchip.com/Lidditz 4th of July. Prices range from $8 to $20.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool.
Gotta raise those fundage. Gotta afford the crazy drummer or flaming dick and the
Exactly.
hot rods. Who knows?
Well, that will do it for us. I'm Taylor Tosheff.
Frank Cass. Have a great night.